Hey Aaron, what's up? How are you doing?
Time to find a way up. Time to find a way up. Okay, let's find those detonator parts. Picked up the relay.
Great job. Now to get through that gate.
Yeah. Just gotta figure out how to get down from here first. That'll get me down.
Yeah, at times, I'm not gonna lie, it does look kind of photorealistic. Especially with how they do the lighting and everything. Almost. It's not quite up to that pedigree yet, GB. Um, Mostly during the gray sections. Leon's more action focused to give you a break. Grace's sections is a lot like Biohazard Resident Evil 7 and how it plays. Except you can pick third person as well. I like how it's a combination of both types of games. Yeah. I would recommend it if it was just the Leon sections. I think you'd have fun. But I don't know if you'd enjoy the gray sections. Like, if anything in Resident Evil 7 looked challenging, you might not like it, but the puzzles are pretty simple. The puzzles are more like how to avoid the zombies, because they're a lot smarter than they are in the other games. Like, they have different types of personality. They'll, like, swing hatches at you. Some of them fire guns. They'll, like, stalk you relentlessly. The puzzles are more about getting around them than actual puzzles. The puzzles aren't much harder than something you'd find out with, like, Evil Within. It's more like managing your resources and being smart. Which I kind of like because it brings back the feeling of the first game, especially after replaying it. Yeah. Also, it gives you a good contrast how one good character is at combat versus the other one where you're stressing every encounter. This one, like, rewards you for killing zombies when you play as Leon. In a weird way, it almost feels like melee combat because he has two different attacks. He has, like, this one, and then he has a stronger one. And it's good, like when you combine them, it'll knock a lot of them off balance. And this time, like his knife and the other ones, it doesn't break. He just has to resharpen it every once in a while, make sure it's more efficient. But yeah, he's been through this a few times. I hope so. I like how they thought about the hatchet. I thought since it's Leon, maybe they shouldn't have it break. I know some purists might not like that, but I appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes the hatchet's better than the damn gun, because they can kill the zombies like with one stealth hit, kind of like the Evil Within a little bit. But like the enemies are smarter, like the Evil Within, where they follow you. They don't like really ever give up looking for you. Yeah. One thing I like about the Evil Within, since it's like in the mind though, I like how they can do anything with the levels and have them like transform. I need to use the pea shooter on this guy. There we go. Yeah, it's like a good combination of like Resident Evil 4's type of gameplay mixed with actual horror. This game kind of splits it up into two different sections based on what character you play. I think both approaches are good personally. I like how they tried something new with this. Because I honestly like both types of games. And sometimes it's good to take a break from like the stress of like avoiding everything and then taking it head on finally. Yeah, it really does. I was kind of looking forward to it, but it's exceeded my expectations. I don't care what some of the purists say. Like, I know some people are having issues about speed running and stuff like that, but I don't really care about that kind of stuff. Hopefully they fix whatever their issue is, though. But I kind of enjoyed, like, just the story experience. I'm guessing I'm supposed to go down. I made such a mess. This game doesn't rely as heavy on the paint. Oh, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I think The Evil Within did a great job. This game's significantly newer than that game as well. I mean, you gotta think that was like originally that had a PlayStation 3 port. I think it had a decent budget. Like, it looked better than most of the games at the time, in my opinion. And like graphically, it doesn't look super old or anything, especially the second game. Yeah, the graphics really pop in that one. Oh shit, I hate the blister head. I might have to restart this section.
Do something.
Stop climbing my fucking ladders, man. Let me see what you typed. Yeah, I think it has to do more with the aesthetic because the engine that it's running on does have vibrant colors depending on the game. I think the first one they were going for like a more grayish industrial setting, and then also having a newer engine in part two probably helped it pop a little bit more. It also had PS4 support, so a PS4 Pro support. So when you played it on PS5, not only would it have like the whatever like frame rate upgrades it got, but it would also get the PS4 Pro's version of the graphics, which made it look even better. Yeah. The second game actually ran on the Doom 2016 game, which was a gorgeous engine. One way. Gotta lure them all down here and try to get them to go into that propane tank. Yeah, you definitely can tell they were hit. Sometimes if you hit them in the right part of the head, their eyeball pops out and starts hanging by the socket. Reminds me of something from Tales of the Crypt. Well, he really survived that. Over here, a blister head. Probably comes this way. Yeah, it really definitely depends on the color palette and textures. I always try to pause every once in a while so like the if it is artifacting, you at least get to see what it looks like good once. Because usually if you pause it, then it can show a sharper image. That's one reason why I would like to do more videos. It's just to show you what it looks like as close as possible without the HDR. I wish I could record with HDR, but I don't have the ability. Well, that was simple enough. Yeah, especially since I think it's a skybox. They don't even use volumetric cloud, so it's either a super detailed like photograph or somebody painted it. Yeah, that one was done by hand, but it gives it such a really good look. At least it looks like it was. Like how Horizon did it. I kind of like how it has almost like a fantasy look to it. But you're also out in the middle of nowhere. The stars would look pretty amazing. I don't ever feel like I'm playing like a graphical downgrade or anything when I play them. And I'm also not that picky. Like I'll go back and play PlayStation 1 games, have a good time. It's more about if I'm just having fun in the moment. Okay, I hear something bad happening. You little dick. Throw a propane tank at me. No, I just need to use one, but thank you. I feel like that might have been antisocial behavior. Oh, great. Look who it is. Go down so I have some room here. Don't go down that way. Yeah, I don't know how they pull off those games on that budget and charge that low of a price. Say what you want to about Mafia Old Country, you can tell they spent a lot of money on the production values and everything. That's a blister head. Better not have one of those explode around other zombies, because they'll turn them all into one of those damn things. Come on, jump down here. Oh, that hurt. Wish they'd come down here where all the weapons are. Where did he get another rebar from? Gift that keeps giving. Like cold as his flashlight, like he's on the cell phone. There's like an ammo crate nearby. Take that though. Yeah, he's staying away from spoilers, so I feel like he plans to at some point. I hope one day he's able to get like a PlayStation 2 or at least be able to play something where he can play equivalent games on because I think he'd really enjoy it. But I understand like obstacles as well in getting such things. Let me see what you typed. Yeah, I feel like if he got like a system, this would be one of like the games he'd get. Maybe Star Wars Outlaws I heard him be curious about that game a few times. Admittedly, the appeal of an open Star Wars world was appealing to me too. Yeah, it basically makes a good chunk of your games that you already own better. And especially if you're like competitive, like having that edge helps a lot. Like if you're counting down the frames. Yeah, part of that's just because electronics are crazy right now. It should have gone down in
Time
price
for the other side.
instead of up. That messed a lot of people up. A lot of people are stuck on PS4. I'm so thankful I was able to get one in time. I don't understand where people get off there's no games and then on PC, you have to have a pretty decent setup to play it at any significant standards. Like a lot of these PCs are using like DLSS and other things that upscale it just like console does. Then you gotta stress drivers and stuff. I'm not knocking PC gaming. I just remember what the struggle was when I used to play on PC for a very short time. Then the Xbox 360 came out and I like had something that like ran better at almost half the price. And I'm like, what's the point? I know there's a handful of games that look amazing, but for what I want out of a game, this is perfect for me. Even if it's not the best picture quality imaginable. No, it can't. It can't even handle the first game. You saw how different it looked on PS5, and it barely had any load times in it. I often compare like PC gaming to like owning like a really expensive car. Like those are for people that like to keep adding modifications and stuff like that. I don't think Leon's ever going to be out of the saddle if Capcom has anything to do with it. Yeah, I hope he's able to eventually. I definitely think he'll get his money worth. I know there's like a lot of PC gamer naysayers out there, but I think it'd be great for what he needs and without having to constantly upgrade. It's like you might not be able to play at the highest fidelity, but you can at least play modern games for like almost a decade and still have them looking fairly decent. Yeah. But for that kind of stuff, unless you're trying to do something super complex, you really don't need a powerful PC. And yeah, and like if you were like official with it, I definitely would make sure that that was one of the things you had. But for what he needs, I think PS5 is perfect for right now. Especially if you want to play like the most recent stuff. I mean, honestly, the Switch 2 isn't too far off. But I mean, the Switch 2 doesn't stream either. That was a missed opportunity. I think they should do a Chris and Jill story again, but I think they're trying to move away from the legacy characters a bit. I think Claire will be pretty awesome in the Code Veronica remake, though. Yeah, honestly, at what point are those upgrades worth it? Man, I used to know this one dude. He used to upgrade his video card every time a new one came out. He wasn't even getting like all his money's worth out of the cards he was selling. Especially now with like the price of RAM and everything, it's ridiculous. I was even looking at like how much the hard drives and stuff cost. I'm so glad I upgraded when I did. Okay, what do they want me to do here? Yeah, it's like a PS4 Pro with exclusive games. Yeah, I believe they sell it at a loss. They try to make it up with hardware. I saw that they're gonna quit on, or at least they might be quitting releasing exclusives on PC to help make up for some of those lost sales. Feel like I need to stay on this side. Hopefully relaxing. You never gets a break. Unless he's lactose intolerant. You gotta keep that in consideration. Another blister head, my favorite. Like the Resident Evil version of clickers. And he was at level 9,000. Like that he has a carving stone with him. The Carpenters. He probably has their greatest hits. Yeah. Rainy days and Sundays always get Leon down. This motherfucker with the rebar over here. I don't recognize that bone. They do not want me getting to the objective. Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be a chainsaw? And the fucking blister head. They're the worst. Night, night, man. Dude, I can handle the shield guys in Doom. Blister has are so unpredictable. Yeah, probably for the best. I gotta figure out a better strategy. Look, I got like hitting the legs with a shotgun like 25 times. Oh, of course, she would put me here. Go to sleep. That one has superpowers. Uh-oh. I don't hear a good sound. Listen here, right? I'll switch to my machine gun. Pretend I'm John McClane for a bit. No. Oh, blister head. Mm. Fuck, man. Is that nightmare over? Make sure I get all the supplies. Gosh knows I use enough. How are we looking? We got 2 regular canisters, 2 green things, so not as bad as I thought. The chat keeps repeating itself. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, Matt, thanks for hanging out. Sorry I didn't see your messages before. It was repeating the same chat. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy it whenever you get it. I ended up liking it more than I thought I would, so that's always a pleasant surprise. I was kind of underwhelmed by Resident Evil 8, although I thought it was still a fun, good game. Now it works.
This thing still works.
What chance? More ammo? I don't think we'll be washing any windows today. Oh, crap. It's playing the action music.
Now what?
Jump maybe.
You'll have to take the next one. This is my lucky day.
Finally, they're actually giving me some stuff back. Shotgun shells would be greatly appreciated.
That took longer than planned. Luckily, I found a bike. Should make up for lost time.
Great. You'll need it. It's 15 miles to the city center on the 419.
One second.
All right, should make it there in no time.
Good to hear. How are the roads?
Good.
Leon?
Just a few potholes. This day just keeps getting better and better. Pups could use more training. So much for the direct route. Seriously. I don't give up that easy.
I've had enough of you! I know the feeling! Come on!
Should have worn a helmet.
You should be close to the coordinates.
Yeah. Looks like it. I'll take a look around then. Can't believe it's still standing.
It's on you now.
Sherryman RPD.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
Yeah. Looks like the BSAA set up HQ here.
Abandoned?
Not sure. Fucking guy. And Grace. Shit, she's in danger. Sherry found Grace.
At RPD?
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Sounds like
good.
expecting us.
I gotta keep double checking my messages. Every time someone posts something, I just see the old
Got a
messages.
lock on our
So I gotta
location.
check my phone.
Headed there now.
Copy that.
Good old YouTube. Yeah. Or his buddy started streaming. Who knows? Oh, you're good. I don't expect anyone to hang out. I just appreciate it whenever anyone shows up. This looks fancy, but I'd rather not spend the money on it right now. What channel is it that you're referring to? I might already be sub. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm already sub. I'm more of a lurker on there, but every once in a while I'll hang out and watch what he plays. Yeah. Gotta entertain the children.
Hey, Lieutenant Brenner.
He plays a lot of
Coming
old
in.
first person
Reporting for duty.
PC shooter games, like from the DOS era and maybe Windows 95 era, which is pretty cool. It's cool they're re-releasing a lot of that stuff on PS5, so it's not stuck on PC. think right now he's playing Power Slave, which is a pretty cool game. Every port is different. I don't know offhand what port he's playing. Like the Saturn version is different than the PlayStation version. I believe the PC is somewhere like in between. Yeah. Has to be more. Yeah. Remember the layout a little bit from playing the old one. Yeah, they usually had a computer. That's where I first played Star Wars, Dark Forces, and X-Wing. I used to go over to this friend's house, but his dad was super nerdy, so they had a decent PC. So when I went over there, they put on like one of the Star Wars or Indiana Jones movies on Laserdisc. I think Star Wars. I think I wanted them to play Indiana Jones, but they said it was too violent. So usually we watch Star Wars. Apparently it was less violent. Typically Return of the Jedi. And while I brought my Game Boy over, that seemed to entertain my friend. And I just played his PC the whole time. I feel kind of bad about it, but he seemed to enjoy playing on the Game Boy. Apparently, he was used to having a super powerful PC at the time. Remember, the setup was so awkward. They were trying to play a first person shooter with a flight stick. I remember, like, he had a comic book collection his aunt had collected, like almost every episode, every issue of Spider-Man from the 70s. So I guess whenever she passed away, like mint condition, a whole drawer full of them. And I would just be sitting there reading them the whole time. He's just used to all the stuff. It was amazing to me. Yeah, I only saw the one game on Amiga, which was a volleyball game, which I'm thinking it might be at summer games or something. I just remember like him calling saying he had Amiga. People were coming to his house. And he had an NES with Kid Icarus in it. I remember playing that because everybody was like surrounding the Amiga. And yeah, I admit the graphics were really good at the time, but there's only so much you can do with volleyball. I hear the clicking. Yeah, I've only seen an Amiga once in my life. I think they were more popular in Europe. Like a lot of the collectors I see are from the UK. They have like the big towers and everything. That had them like until I guess whenever they died. Like they have like the CD-ROM and everything still hooked up to it. I know the Sega Genesis had a lot of Amiga ports. A lot of those EA games are from Amiga. Plus the system. I don't know why they didn't put more buttons on the controller. I mean, it was supposed to be an all-purpose PC, but let's face it, when people got Amiga or a Commodore 64, they got to play games on. Let's not lie to ourselves. Yeah, that's when they started making the flight simulators out of Polygon. And a lot of them were like military based, so you actually could dogfight in them. I wish they'd come out with like a dogfighting flight sim game. That'd be really cool. I know they have the Ace Combat games, but they're more arcadey. Like on those older PCs, they were like fairly realistic. Like you only could get hit like a couple of times. It wasn't like an arcade game. And vice versa with the enemy. All right.
Jesus. Rest easy, officer.
Yeah, my mom had a friend, her son, I think, had some IBM based PC. And then it was like retrofitted with like a bunch of like newer parts and stuff. It was like a Frankenstein machine. A lot of people I remember having PCs almost had like a Frankenstein machine. It'd be like hybrid Windows, all this stuff. I didn't know much about PCs back then, but I remember it being overwhelmingly complicated, at least from a kid's perspective. Like no one wanted to commit to just like one OS, forego that control. Man, I remember being so impressed. I'm sure the games look primitive now, but like seeing full motion video for the first time, CD-ROM games with like full voice acting, like seeing that game, The Seventh Guest on CD-ROM, man, that blew my mind. I'm sure it doesn't hold up. I know they released a VR and PS4 version. It never lowers the price. I'd love to try it again, but I have a feeling I'll be disappointed. Oh, I never even saw 3DO until they had like a retro store. Sure you were. I wanted to play that Road Rash game so bad on it. That was like one of my favorite games on Sega Genesis, that series. And then the 3DO version's mind blowing. I mean, eventually got ported to PlayStation and Saturn and PC, but 3DO was the first one, as well as the first Need for Speed. It was called Track and Field, not Track and Field, something. It was based on a magazine and then called Need for Speed, and it had more cutscenes than the PlayStation version. That was the first system I believe Gex came on as well. Yeah, Another World is what it was called. I think always overseas, but I remember it's out as This World as well, because I played the Sega Genesis version, which was really impressive for a little cartridge game. Flashback was too. It had similar graphic style with those rotoscope cutscenes. Really impressive how they did that. Yeah, the 3DO one I think had like the CGI cutscenes in some of those games, the rotoscope, and I know Flashback did. Not CDI 3DO. I remember just both being unobtainable at the time. I actually remember seeing a CDI commercial, but I don't remember seeing 3DO, which is really weird. Also, it was interesting that you could get like 3DO made by different manufacturers. I believe you could even get a PC card that like made your PC compatible with the 3DO. Where's the little raccoon thing in here clicking? Yeah, on a projection TV. It'd be impressive to us, but most gamers under 30 probably doesn't even know what a Neo Geo is. I never even saw a Neo Geo game until like I always saw the arcade games, but like I never saw the console and cartridge until like I was an adult. Like they opened up a mom and pop retro store for the first time. I saw some of the more obscure consoles. Yeah, it seems like a lot of backgrounds are like those one-up arcade machines. I think, unfortunately, they might have went under. Just kind of sad to see that happen. Yeah, some of those Neo Geo machines have like 3 games on them. And you can pick which game you want to play. They were nice. They had like a little mini version of that. It was like on sale for $30. I don't know why I didn't pick it up. I heard the picture quality wasn't that good, but it would have been a novelty. And I think it could have hooked up to your TV. Yeah, I got a little taste of it. My dad's boss used to have Christmas parties. They had like a little game room.
Sure you
I
want
remember my parents like making me have to leave all the time and I'd be upset.
the ruins of the Raccoon City Police Department.
Why did you bring me here?
I'll explain everything. You don't have to be afraid.
They had like an air hockey table and it legitimately worked with the little holes that blow the air so it hovers and it was like a tennis court, not a tennis court, like a ping pong like ball table size. They had like original Nintendo arcade machines. They had every console known to man, and then they had about three three pinball machines in like a fairly high end PC at the time. Like as a kid, I don't want to leave. Yeah, like Afterburner or like the sit down version of Outrun. Even Hang On when you lean the steer. I love the motion games. I feel like they should do that more if they want to bring arcades back because console and PC graphics aren't going to be like back in the day where they look significantly worse. They need to have some sort of edge, especially for what they charge to play the damn things. I get so tired of ticket games. The few times I've been to anywhere considering an arcade, and the rest are like games from the 90s. Yeah, that would be really cool, like going by eras. Even though I don't grow up with them, I think I have a soft spot for those really retro Nintendo arcade machines just because of those memories. Going to those parties and thinking that was the coolest thing. For some reason, I specifically remember Popeye and Donkey Kong Jr. the most. I really like those machines.
Covert military units from every country on Earth come to Raccoon City for one purpose. To find Elpis.
What is Elpis?
The power to upset the military balance of the world. The last virus, created by Spencer. Designed to control human consciousness.
Mind control?
They couldn't let it be stolen. So they launched the missile strike to hide it.
To hide a virus.
Oh, it's been my
Why do
dream.
something so extreme?
That and the T2 arcade machine.
Is it?
And then a couple of pinball games with the old Nintendo ones.
And you are the key to retrieving Elpis.
Emily.
Any light gun games would be cool. Even like the old Lethal Enforcers. With like the pink and baby blue guns or whatever color they were.
So many attempts. So many failures. Such a waste.
What do you mean?
Copies. Crafted to duplicate you. All useless.
Yeah, you need a subwoofer. You need to hear the arcade at least 3 rooms before you get to it. Like a real arcade. Can't find the arcade, just listen.
Oh my God, we need to do something. I called security, but nobody answered. They are out of control.
Doctor, we can't contain them.
Sedate them now! Are you kidding me? Get out of my way!
Hey, are you awake? What? Where did everybody go?
Of this one creepy looking doll.
But it's past our bedtime.
Stay away. Stay away! Get back! Don't come any closer! No, get back! Get back!
Hey! What are you doing?
will most likely place they'll check.
Please, someone help me. He's not moving.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they want me to do to get past them. I need to stop this so I can take Faye out and use the restroom, which makes it even more stressful. Based on how Grace looks, I have a feeling she might be one of them. I wish she had their powers. Considering this is a flashback that I keep dying in somehow. Unless she's remembering an alternate timeline. I remember this orphanage, or one that looked exactly like it, the Resident Evil 2 remake. I remember that part being frustrating too. A stealth focus like this. Because you had to play as like Sherry Birkin. And the police chief, I believe, was chasing you. Dang, how do I get around them? Yeah, I just don't know where. It's a pretty plain hallway. The only thing I keep seeing is just that plant, but it doesn't have an option to hide. Otherwise, I'd be picking it. That plant area seems to be a blind spot, but after she gets in the hallway, she can see me. Maybe you have to go back in here. I would really not like to. But again, I'd still have to get around this one somehow. I tried it. It hears you when you crawl, when you're behind, when you're not even that close to her. It's like almost like it's conditional. This window looks semi-transparent, but she has no way to break it. You're gonna go forward or something? I know whatever I do, it's gonna be the wrong thing. Yeah. I'm so confused. You'd have like an item to throw or something. I know one thing, I hope they hurry up. I believe the other kids go back up the stairs. Like children of the damned over here. I'm supposed to lure that other kid and hide. Upstairs is where the other kids went. Wait, they're not at this door anymore. Vacuum cleaner looks like a R2 unit from Star Wars.
Can't let them find me.
This thing's actually like dolls and not actual kids. It's making more noise. It's supposed to be the janitor's keys.
What do I do? What do I do?
Run. It's just like Children of the Damned. Except they don't have any blonde hair. Oh no. You might be stuck. This isn't good. Okay, you've seen the animation. Like stocking up on tuna fish? What's going on here? There has to be like a little passageway or something. You know, just run around the damn thing from there. Why does it sound like a Muppet? I tried to, but since she's over it, maybe she moves around a bit. Gosh, now I'm cornered. She was on top of it before, so it wasn't letting me access it. Maybe I somehow get her to walk away. It's just their reach is so far. See, they lean her right on top of it.
What do I do? What do I do?
I miss having a gun with me on right now. No, it looked like it was interactive. I'm just gonna walk around this a-hole. Luckily, it's not restarting me all the way from the beginning, so that's positive. Well, let me through.
What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah. Unfortunate novelty's worn out a little bit. Now they're here to frustrate me, nothing more. There's some route they want you to go perfectly. I just haven't learned it. If I hide here. Man, I hope that other one doesn't see me. Life and Times of Michael. I think we're getting somewhere though.
What do I do? What do I do?
If I hide behind this drawer. Yeah. I was more worried about Faye. She's sleeping. Oh, please tell me they're not going to stand there. No, they're going to find me instead. Yeah. She was fizzling for a bit, but it eased up. Didn't wake her up, though. She might be part of the natural process. I feel like anywhere I can hide. These boxes count? I doubt it. Almost like they teleport.
What do I do? What do I do?
There's a window over there. Chris wonder there's like a window in the background looked like it got crawled through. Maybe it's for some other reason. I just don't know how to get around her.
What do I do? What do I do?
It's like there's like an invisible wall here. Maybe you gotta hide behind that door or something. I don't know. The only way you can get behind her is right here. There's like no way to like not step on her. Hurry up, go down. Gosh, that was lucky. Look at her. Oh, I'm glad that's over. Hope there's no more.
Please just be a bad dream.
You're right, I guess she didn't see me. Well,
Why did they...
eventually, it gave me enough time. First, I thought I was checking the system. I'm like, usually there's an alternative route or something.
Where am I?
Yeah, like if I did a second playthrough, it'd probably be like Child's Play. But that's what I mean about like how the first Resident Evil game felt. It was so tense because you didn't know what to expect around any corner. Where after the first time you play it, it's never the same unless you completely wipe it out of your memory somehow. I know people like the more action-oriented ones, and I like aspects of it too, but I do miss the horror elements, even if it's a little tedious and frustrating. Just that feeling of the unknown. Evil Within's really good with that, especially with the mind theme, because even the levels transform and everything based on the personality. And I think that's really cool, and I wish they would elaborated on it more. I was hoping they do more with part 3, especially with today's graphics. Even more possibilities. Although I would prefer them to go back to a more linear design. I think they can focus on the horror more that way, because it's more focused, and they kind of have an idea where you're going, so they know when to time the scares and everything. Open world game, when you're designing it, you gotta like try to figure out every variable the player is gonna do. And that's really difficult to build tension. Speaking of Evil Within, this game looks a lot like it right now. A lot of this game looks like the Evil Within, even the hospital setting. Wonder if they were inspired in any way. I didn't expect to like this game this much as I am. It kind of took me by surprise. I knew I would enjoy it, but not to the extent I am. It's like I want to stream other stuff for my channel, but all I want to do is just play this. Alright, how do we get up there? Has to be something we can push. Okay, how do we get there? Okay, I see. I hope there's not corpses in these. $19.90. Alright, are we able to pull any of these out? Yeah. So I had like one or two puzzles. The puzzles in this game have been fairly simple. Like I said, it's more about the strategy, trying to find the best route to get around things. That's where most of the challenge comes from. And not wasting all your ammo and using it strategically. And then Leon, you can pretty much go buck wild. That's based on what I've experienced so far, though. Yeah. Right now, it's apparently one of the best-selling games of all time. What am I supposed to do? Whack them? Yeah, I feel like they were inspired by Silent Hill a bit. And good for them. Because I'm glad Resident Evil finally has horror elements again. They really haven't since Resident Evil 7.
What's wrong with them?
I like how it gives you like a mental break with the Leon stuff. So you're not stressed out the whole time.
What is
Looks
this
like we're in
place?
the laboratory. This looks very Umbrella-ish. Well, if that phone doesn't scream the 1990s, it's like the phone that they had in the nurse's office when they call my parents.
It won't open.
not used to being this short.
Are those babies?
Yeah, looks to be the case. They gave them their own little spears. So that's something. It's like something from the Matrix.
Chloe?
Is that how I...
I've got her! Get over here, now! She's showing symptoms, too. We need to get rid of her.
They weren't able to recreate Spencer's key. But now we have the original. We have you. You can unlock Elpis at Ark.
Felt like a
That's where we
version
go.
of Wesker.
So, what? I was made?
I'm not as familiar with the newer lore,
So it really
especially
was
when
all
it
my
comes to
fault.
actual CGI movies that I think are canonical.
That mom was murdered, and oh God, when she turned into that thing.
What's done is done. You need to focus on the future.
Was she even really my mother?
It's time to embrace your destiny.
Grace! What the?
Mr. Kennedy, I had a feeling you'd make an appearance. Sorry, but I don't have time to spare.
Favorite guy.
Have fun.
I remember you. Oh, God. I remember that, too. Sherry, wasn't there an orphanage around here?
Yes, there was. Why?
I'm gonna do some digging.
I just sent you the coordinates.
Okay, I'm gonna finally stop here and use the restroom and take the dog out for a walk. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for the constant dying, but hopefully it was enjoyable. And hopefully I'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Bye.